guys, welcome to another video. Today we're reviewing Terminator Genisys. This one came out in 2015 and was directed by Alan Taylor and stars Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jai Courtney. Now before we start, if the like button, subscribe to the post notification bell so you know if your favorite video. Let's just start. Let's start talking about the good. So all the actors and actors in this film are fantastic. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jai Courtney, Jason Clarke, Emilia Clarke, J.K. Simmons, Courtney B. Vance, and Matt Smith are all very, very good in this film. The opening narration scene, I thought it was good. It was sort of similar to the rest of them. I believe it was Jai Courtney who was doing the opening narration. I thought it was an awesome opening narration scene. It fit the film perfectly, and it works as sort of an action set piece for the film. The cinematography, which of course is shots, cameras, and lighting, I thought it was good. It wasn't great. Definitely doesn't look better than T2, but it looks fine. The CGI and special effects are mostly great, mostly very, very good. I really, really liked what they did with Jason Clarke. With the Terminator, I think that they did a good job with the CGI for this film. The first act of the film, I thought it was good. It sets up the characters well. For Jai Courtney's character, who of course he plays John Connor, but Jason Clarke also plays John Connor. I think that it sets up those two characters well, that I cared about Jai Courtney. Jason Clarke was a good villain, which I'll get to later. There are some awesome action sequences in this film as well, especially Terminator versus the new Terminator, which the new Terminator CGI Arnold Schwarzenegger is basically younger, and the actual Terminator Arnold Schwarzenegger now. And I really, really thought it was a great action sequence. It takes place in the first act of the film, and I really, really enjoyed it. The second act of the film, I thought it was entertaining. It doesn't do a lot in that second act, but what it does is it has some action sequences that are mostly entertaining, and it doesn't just linger off and make me bored. So I thought it was entertaining enough. The return of John Connor, who's played by Jason Clarke in the second act of the film, I thought it was very good. I really, really liked Jason Clarke's iteration of John Connor. I think he did a great job, and he is better than the John Connor that we get in T1 and T2 or T2. Good John Connor played by Jason Clarke. The twist, I thought it was a good twist. He turns evil in the second act of the film. You don't expect a second John Clarke to actually turn evil, since John Connor is a good character, but he turns evil in the second act, and I thought the twist was good. John Connor, played by Jason Clarke, like I stated, he's very good in the film. He is a good villain. Of course, John Connor is also played by Jai Courtney, which I think he also does a good job as John Connor, but Jason Clarke is a standout as the villain. The third act of the film, I thought it was entertaining. I had a fun time with the third act. It was fun. There are a lot of action sequences, and I thought it works for this film. The bus sequence in the third act of the film with John Connor, played by Jason Clarke's character. You also have Arnold Schwarzenegger in that third act. Awesome third act. It's a cool bus sequence. The helicopter fight sequence. Now that one reminded me of Mission Impossible somewhat. It's basically Terminator and John Connor just fighting. You also have Jai Courtney's character. It's an awesome helicopter sequence in the third act, and it's definitely one of the standouts of this entire film. The story, I thought it was good enough. I thought it worked well enough. I cared about some things that were happening in the film, so I thought the story was good enough. The score by Lorne Balfe, I thought it was great. It was a great score. Lorne Balfe also did the score for Mission Impossible Fallout, which is by far the best score in any Mission Impossible film. And he does the score for this film, and it's awesome. He or she, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. And the sequences that are supposed to be funny, they are funny. There are many hilarious sequences in this film, especially Jai Courtney's character, Jason Clarke, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Emilia Clarke, very, very funny in this film. And the ending sequence, I thought it was good. It concludes the film well enough. That's all the good that I have. Now let's move on to the bad. So there is some noticeable CGI, especially for the different Terminator regeneration sequences. Arnold Schwarzenegger, his face is fully CGI. He looks like he did in the original film, but you can tell it is a lot of CGI for his character, which it is noticeable, but it didn't really bother me all that much, but it is something that I noticed. And there are some boring sequences in this film. There are some sequences where I was just waiting for the next action sequence because some of the dialogue in this film is not as fast paced as the other Terminator films like T1 and T2. This one has sort of more slow moving dialogue, which I didn't think was necessary. But then again, it was still entertaining enough. So that's about it. Terminator Genisys is an okay Terminator film. It's not the worst film in the franchise, but I would probably not rewatch this film unless I probably had to. So I'm going to give Terminator Genisys a C+. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like button, subscribe, post notification bell so you know if a video on Peter. Thank you for watching.